Good morning. This is the New York City Board of Standards and Appeals Public Review Session for February 5th, 2018. These are the off-calendar cases which we have decided to put back on the calendar. We'll begin with item number 14679BZ, 21011 Jamaica Avenue, Queens. We received a request.
Okay, so let me do this little background
fine.
because I want the record to explain
Sure.
why we're doing what we do.
Sure.
So this is an expired variance and a legalization, last heard in April 2017. It was taken off calendar at the first hearing because it was determined that it couldn't have been filed as an extension of term since it expired in 1999. This is actually, though, a pre-61 variance that was amended for use in 1979. So our staff has advised that the applicant should withdraw this application and reapply as a reinstatement under Section 1141 on the BZ calendar. Council and the record owner were notified by mail of this reinstatement hearing on December 22nd, 2017. And we recently received a withdrawal request, right? Okay, so with that, I can make a motion to close. Well, do we have to open this?
Tomorrow.
Yeah, no, I'm sorry, right. To withdraw, right.
Yeah, just a motion to withdraw.
But can I ask, since this was also legalization, should this be referred to DOB for enforcement?
Yes,
Okay.
correct.
And do we want to establish a time frame for them to file?
Well, if they're withdrawing this and
That's
they
fine.
never file, then it's a DOB enforcement
exactly.
issue. So,
That's fine.
yeah. So let's make a,
Go. Item number 2, 18295BZ and 18395BZ, 2465 and 2473 Broadway, Manhattan.
okay, hold on. Okay, so this is an application to extend the term of the PCE and an amendment to expand the use, which was last heard in January 2016. It was taken off calendar because it was determined that a portion of the PCE site is actually in an R8 zoning district where the PCE special permit is not available. Council and record owner were notified by mail of this reinstatement hearing on December 22nd, 2017. The applicant met with our counsel in-house to discuss this, about how to resolve the issue. On February 1st, we received a letter from the applicant asking for an adjournment of this hearing to pursue a resolution. So in this case, we would need a submission quickly, otherwise. But it's also a legalization effectively, so. Okay.
Item number 3, 18608BZ, 3065 Atlantic Avenue, Brooklyn.
Okay. The site, in this case, was rezoned to a C24 R8A in April 2016. So the 7319 special permit is no longer required, and a request to withdraw the application was submitted. At the most recent of the 3 hearings and 1 adjournment, to legalize this K-12 school that moved into a manufacturing building without permits and without required safety features such as sprinklers and fire alarms, we learned there remain many deficiencies in the building that rendered it unsafe. According to BIS, in November of 2017, a permit for fire alarm installation was approved, although not pulled, and an alteration 1 permit was obtained in September 2017 for alterations to the building to amend the C of O. So at least we have permit history that indicates the safety conditions will be addressed. I don't know whether we want to do anything more with that with DOB, because it looks like they've already pulled they made the motions that make it look like they're addressing our extreme concerns.
Sure.
Okay.
Item number 4, 7-04BZ, 2208 Baller Avenue, the Bronx.
Okay, this is a procedural reopen and vote basically to deny the matter that was closed in May of 2017. The reason for denial is that this is an application to extend the time to complete construction on a variance that actually lapsed. So a new variance application number 2017-244BZ was filed and was last heard in September 2017 and adjourned in November.
Item number 5, 24808BZ, 3550 Eastchester Road, the Bronx.
Okay, this one, we received a request to withdraw, and according to, so this is an application for a variance, but according to Google satellite image of 2018, the lot is still vacant, so it's not about a legalization.
Item number 6, 9611BZ, 514 516 East 6th Street, Manhattan.
Okay,
I'm sorry,
give her a second.
go back.
No, I just, we need to get my cursor to take notes. Okay.
Okay.
Good.
Okay, this application for a variance to legalize construction was last heard in 2011 and is related to A cases that were decided in 2008, 2010, and 2012. According to BIS, complaints concerning illegal construction ongoing in the face of stop work orders were filed as late as 2015. 514 East 6th Street received a C of O in 2017, but 516 East 6th has no C of O. A notice to restore to the calendar was sent on December 22nd, 2017 to the applicant. We did receive a request to withdraw this application, but this is definitely a question of enforcement, so DOB needs to be notified.
Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Item number 7, I'm sorry, may I go on?
Go ahead.
14412A, 339 West 29th Street, Manhattan.
Okay, well, similarly, this is an application to allow a 6th floor on a 5-story building through an MDL waiver that was last heard in 2013 when it was taken off calendar. A companion case, 145-12A, appealing a DOB determination that the permit was invalid, was denied. And that determination was appealed in an Article 78 and upheld by the Supreme Court and Appellate Division in 2015. This application was taken off calendar pending the decision on that other A case. A notice to restore the calendar was sent to the applicant on December 22nd, 2017. According to BIS, there are 33 DOB violations open and 12 ECB open violations and a stop work order with the last violation in 2017, many of which refer to illegal construction. So we should notify DOB of the BSA intention to dismiss the application for failure to prosecute, but we also received a letter, an owner's letter requesting withdrawal, so we have to notify DOB.
Okay.
Item number 8, 28612BZ, 1925 Union Street, Brooklyn.
Okay, 1 second.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, ready on the next one? This is an application to allow an enlargement to an existing automotive building and conversion to a house of worship in an R5 district, which was last heard in 2014. We sent a notice of intent to restore to the calendar to the owner on December 22nd, 2017. The applicant submitted a letter requesting withdrawal of the application. Google satellite shows no work done at the exterior, and BIS shows no violations for work without permits. So I think it's okay.
Item number 9, 350-12BZ, 532nd Street, Brooklyn.
This application is for the conversion of a large warehouse building in an M31 zoning district to permit residential use for formerly homeless under the federal McKinney-Vento Homeless Assistance Act land transfer program. The application was taken off calendar at the applicant's request to allow them more time to investigate what they call the land uses in the area, and nothing has been submitted since. A notice to restore the application to the calendar was sent to the applicant on 12/22/17, and no response was received. No filings or violations are shown on BIS, and Google Satellite does not indicate any activity on the site. I'm just curious what happened to this, because if you don't do anything, then they lose the building back to the federal government. So,
Item number 10, 18913A, 20 Daya Court, Staten Island.
Okay, this application was removed from the calendar in March 2015 at the applicant's request after 3 hearings and 2 adjournments. The last hearing was on September 23, 2014. In May 2016, the applicant advised the board of its desire to withdraw companion application 188-13BZ for a special permit to allow community facility use. The board voted to accept withdrawal on June 14, 2016. Nothing was submitted since on the GCL 36 case, this subject case. A notice of intent to restore to the calendar was sent to the applicant on 12/22/17. A request to withdraw the application was submitted. BIS shows no applications filed and no violations. Google Satellite does not appear to show construction underway.
Item number 11, 33013BZ, 2801 Brown Street, Brooklyn.
Are you okay?
Yeah, sorry.
All right.
My computer.
Sorry, this one had a lot of things. Okay. In it's December 22nd, 2017, we sent a notice of intent to restore it to the calendar. Applicant has requested an adjournment to allow more time to consider the path forward. This is an application for 73622 to modify a house that was lifted pursuant to section 64-A20 or A30. We talked about this way back at the last hearing, which I think was in April of 2016, where there's a prohibition in the zoning resolution of applying 73622s to buildings that are lifted pursuant to 64A20, A30. So I actually don't see the point in maintaining this special permit application in place on the calendar, since we are prevented from acting on it for lack of jurisdiction. So I think we should dismiss this application for lack of jurisdiction. And if the applicant wants to file a variance application and they think they have a likelihood of success, et cetera, that's their decision.
Just to note, as part of the package, when we sent out these notices, we also, if we were putting them back on calendar, we sent out notices to, regular notification to elected officials and applicants. This applicant did not do that, just FYI.
And property owners.
Wait, I'm sorry. We sent out notice, or we sent,
No,
we
we
told
sent-
the
We re-
applicant to give notice?
We requested that they notify the community
Got
and
In
the
case we were to
neighbors
have
that
an
this was,
actual
because these
hearing.
had been off calendar for so long, and maybe neighbors wouldn't have been
I
aware.
didn't see, I only saw one of all of the applicants doing that, not.
Yeah, one, that was her.
Yeah, only one
One,
applicant
I think
sent
32nd
notice.
Street, I think 32nd Street might have
Yeah.
done it.
Was that because they were all withdrawing?
Yeah.
Right,
most of them,
okay.
yeah.
Oh.
But so the fact that this one didn't send notice of the new hearing, but they asked for an adjournment.
That's to make sure in case we have an open hearing, it's just letting you know that.
I mean, with one exception, I think all of these are being either dismissed or withdrawn.
Right, I'm just
Right.
letting, okay.
So this one also, so it's a little bit immaterial now whether
Right, that's what I did.
they were notified because there's no additional
Submissions.
discussion on the project.
Item number 12, 20414BZ, 55 Wythe Avenue, Brooklyn.
Okay, this application was only heard once in March 2015, and there were many problems with the submission. It was subsequently adjourned 3 times, and in September 2015, it was taken off calendar at the applicant's request, and nothing was submitted since. We notified the applicant on 12/22/17 of the intention to restore this to the calendar, and the applicant sent out notice to neighbors, this is the only one, but it did not provide any submissions in response to the hearing last held in March 2015. So my position is I think we should dismiss for failure to prosecute. Been sitting around doing nothing for a long time.
Item number 13, 6315BZ, 35 Sutton Place, Manhattan.
Okay. This was a detrimental reliance variance case to legalize rooftop terrace enclosures. We had one hearing on the case and were skeptical of the applicant's ability to make an A finding and closed the hearing on 12/15/15. At the applicant's request, the case was taken off calendar in February 2016 because the applicant stated that they were arguing a different position before DOB. BSA sent out a notice to restore to calendar on 12/22/17 and received in late December a withdrawal request. We will advise DOB of the board's acceptance.
We already did.
We already did.
Okay. Oh, we already did?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we need to put that into the folder, all of these. We need to just show what we did, that, you know, when we
All right, so
withdrew
I
these
guess,
things or
Kurt?
closed these things.
Yeah, we could follow up with Kurt. We'll have him put a
Yeah,
copy in the
make sure
email.
that there's some
Yeah.
sort of record
Okay.
that's findable.
Okay. Item number 14, 24615BZ, 1462 62nd Street, Brooklyn.
Okay. This application for a variance for a school, which initially requested an increase in floor area, is now effectively superseded by a 7319 special permit application to allow a school at an M11 without the need for an increase in floor area. This application was taken off calendar without being heard on July 25th, 2017, and the 73-19 case, which is 2016-4179BZ, is being heard instead, and it was last heard on November 14th. So this is actually the only case that we can keep. I understand why they want to keep this application open in case there's a problem with 7319. So that's the only one that I think we can keep sort of humming along behind the scenes.
Do you want
Should
to?
we put it on the calendar with the
Yes.
7319?
It should run in hand.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah,
So this is coming back, I think, on February 27th?
yeah,
Add it to the calendar.
Okay.
yeah,
They did notice too for this one.
They did notice for this one also.
okay. Okay.
This
This-
concludes the public
They
review
sent
session
notice on
for
this.
February 5th, 2018.
Yeah.